Hi guys, welcome back to Mama SOJ vlog. How you guys doing? If you are new here, you are welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, God bless you. As you always come back to watch my video, my people no be smart, you know. And I know some different news now they land for my table, and as the news they come, that's why they carry a call you to come share with her. My people, for today's video, I'm going to watch and together with her. All right, my people, we could go watch the video to see what really the happen for inside the video, my people.
And so we have to follow the process through. So what is it that we file in our petition? As far as we are concerned, yes, of course, we've spoken about the suppression, we've spoken about the widespread violence during the March 18th gubernatorial election, especially in Lagos State, where I contested. We've been able to berate every player, you know, in that axis. But in our petition, we're not going into the rigorous of checking what are the numbers, who does what in terms of padding and all of that. But what we're looking at, and it's because we have been following the process since last year, and we have picked holes in some of the things that other political parties have done that got them the ticket of their party in the first place in terms of nomination, because there is a constitutional provisions which spoke about how to be properly nominated. So for APC and their candidates, these are the grounds that we are challenging their nomination. The Electoral Act stipulates that for a primary election, Congress's convention to be held by any political party, there must be a 21-day notice from the national headquarters of that party to the INEC chairman in Abuja. That notice must include the dates of the meeting or convention or primaries or what have you, and venue to say this is what we are going to be having. Okay, and that notice must be signed by the national chairman of the party and the national secretary. So first, in this that was released by APC to INEC, they didn't comply to that at first. Also, the state chapter of a political party under law has no business whatsoever in notifying INEC of their primaries or convention or what have you. But the Lagos State chapter did a letter signed by the chairman of Lagos State chapter of APC and his secretary to REC of Lagos, notifying them of the venue for the primaries, date for the primaries, and time, including members of the electioneering committee for that primary, signed by the state chairman. There is already a prima facie on this matter to say that any primary conducted by a state chapter of a party is null and void. So this is one ground. This is another ground. The third ground is that the candidate of APC, which is Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was not properly nominated based on those primaries and all of those things, flawed. Again, when we requested for his Form EC9 that is submitted to INEC as candidate of the party, because after the primary, you are given a Form EC9 where you put all your particulars, and there is a declaration page, which is the last page, where you know, under oath and endorsed and all of that. We discovered that in the portion where they have school attended with dates and all of that, where you put it there, and in brackets, there is a saying that all evidences of whatever claims you have made must be attached to this. So he said he wrote WAEC 1981. And we discovered that he did not attach this certificate, the WAEC certificate, into that form. So that sparked up some sort of curiosity. And we decided to look why. So what we then did was to order requests for the CTC of his 2019 examination, and 2019 from CF001. You know, that's what it's called then. In that form, we then discovered that he made the same claim of writing WAEC 1981, but then attached a statement of results from Ijebu-Ife Community Grammar School that, okay, in the WAEC that he sat for, and this is what you have. And you know, that statement of result, we have a WAEC number, the examination number, and the seat number all together. So what we did was to approach WAEC to say, okay, we have this statement of result purported to have emanated with the examination number purported to have emanated from you, and we need to verify whether or not this candidate actually sat for WAEC. And WAEC did say to us that, look, we have simplified the issue of result verification.
Okay.
Because we can't continue to have embassies or the institution coming to write us for some share. So what we now have is a scratch card. Anybody can buy the scratch card. Embassies now use the scratch card. Institutions now use the scratch card to impute the numbers that you have there. When you have the scratch card, you'll be able to open a portal, put the scratch card, put the examination number as claimed by the candidate, the year and everything, and it will pop up and give you the results. Of course, we know about the scratch card. So we got the scratch card and put everything in there, and we discovered that the result was null and void. It came back as not, there's no result.
He didn't sit
for that candidate.
Or at least in that school.
In that, according to INEC reports. Okay. So we tried, of course, I put the same card with my own, it pop up immediately, others and others. So that's why the result, because the petition is now a public document, the result is there, the WAEC number is there, anybody can buy a scratch card and begin to check whether or not this is it, and that's what we've got. So that already has said something about him lying on oath that he sat for that exam that he didn't sit for. The fourth ground for APC is that the Form EC9 that is given to you, where you have your particulars and everything, which was given to the Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, in this election, filled everything, even though he also filled WAEC 81, he did also attach his WAEC certificates. But I mean, but when we called for his own 2019, we saw a WAEC certificate, but the number, there was a stamp on the number, so we couldn't verify, so we left that one. But his own form, after filling it, the declaration page of that form, which is the oath page, which is the only page that gives life to that form, as submitted to INEC, was omitted. Which means that, I mean, without that page, I'm sure Dr. Abati, who is a lawyer, knows that the entire paper is worthless, because that is the only page that gives life to all the claims you have made in that place. So also submitted without the declaration oath page. And for us, because we know that they submitted late, that oath page would have exposed that they didn't submit within the time frame as given by the Electoral Act, which says 180 days before election. So on that ground, it's the fourth ground, shows that we were not properly ad initio, not even qualified to be part of the process of March 18 that we went for. On the other side, which is the fifth respondent now, which is Labour Party candidates.
Yes.
Sixth respondent Labour Party. First is to look at the claim when they were having their internal crisis within the Labour Party, a document which you also have access to, and also part of the petition, is that architect Gbadebo Rosevival claimed under oath that he joined Labour Party on the 18th of June, under oath. It's a court document, which we have. However, on the 19th of June, the same architect, Gbadebo Rosevival, wrote a letter signed by him on his letterhead to be the deputy governorship candidate of PDP on the 19th of June. On the 22nd of June, the same Gbadebo Rosevival went to Wadata House, which is PDP National Secretariat, to be part of screening exercise for deputy governorship candidate. This is reported on the dailies. If anybody Google PDP deputy governorship screening, it will pop up stories that will tell who and who participated on that one. That is on the 22nd of June. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
For somebody who said he has joined another party on the 18th of June. And there is a law, as Section 65 of the Constitution says, for you to be sponsored by a candidate, you must be a member of that political party for you to run. So, and you can't be a member of two political parties at the same time. So that is because he deposed an affidavit under oath. Again, in Labour Party had the first primary before that time, which was part of our petition. The first primary they had was also the one that produced Gbadebo Awamaridi in a consensus. The letter to INEC, which was sent to Lagos Rec, was caused from the Lagos State chapter of Labour Party, signed by Gbadebo Awamaridi himself, which contradicts the position of the Electoral Act that a state cannot organize. That one is there. Then the substitution primaries that also produced Gbadebo revival was also a letter signed by Salako, the then caretaker chairman, to REC, although there was a letter, from the National Secretariat of Labour Party to INEC in Abuja, but that letter says the substitution primary will be held between 5th and 6th. So it never held. The subsequent letter that now went to INEC to notify them was from Lagos, which says it's going to hold on the 8th. Okay. Another letter changed to say it's going to hold on the 10th. Hold on, Ayo. And the last one is that the same primary, the substitution primary that they did and produced Gbadebo revival, had statutory delegates voted in that primary. This is part of INEC report. Statutory delegates, which is alien to Electoral Act of 2022, which are caretaker committee of the party, which also voted in that. So it makes another vote. Finally, when we then request for Form EC9 of Gbadebo revival, we then discovered that the form that is submitted to INEC, that he filled as a candidate, because you get that form immediately after you are declared winner of a primary and submitted. We now discovered that the form was endorsed on the 4th of July under oath, which means that you're already a candidate before a primary election that produced you as candidate. So these are the things that were taken to the court, and the fact and the law. Say, I've been issued, this is their position.
Thank you for detailing it. I'm sure, it's public records. People can read the detail of your petition and will definitely follow it. But I'd like to come back in terms of your relationship with your party, the PDP. So there have been some issues around you and some of the leaders or the elders in the party. So what's going on there? Because it seems as if your party isn't supporting you. And this has been even before elections. And now you are accusing some of the leaders and elders in the party of anti-party activities. For instance, Chief Gbadebo.
I won't accuse anybody.
No, you said Chief Gbadebo. You said Chief Gbadebo. Yeah, not here. No. I'm saying what you said in the past. That Chief Gbadebo worked against you during the gubernatorial elections, during the campaigns. He worked against you. So, and that's anti-party activities. In fact, the leaders, let me just land. The leaders of the party or the elders released a communique, part of whom is former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Chief Mrs. Bokno Akerele, saying that you're new to the party, so they can understand perhaps why you're going out saying these things, but that you should have respect for the leadership of the party. A house divided against itself cannot stand. How do you hope to fight this cause without the backing or support of your party, or if you stand against your party? That's one. On the other hand, in this fight for, in terms of a petition, people are saying, how can you ask the court to declare you as winner when you came a distant third with you had a little over 62,000 votes? The winner, the person who was declared winner, had 12 times your vote. The second had 5 times your vote. How can you defend that in terms of asking the court to declare you winner?
It's not me defending that. So let me start from the rear. It's not me defending that. The position of the law, Section 136 of the Electoral Act, subsection 2, did say that in a situation where the person with the highest number of votes is disqualified on the basis of the fact that it wasn't even qualified ab initio to run for that election, the second person who has the second highest number of votes, you understand, would also benefit from that one, provided that such a person also meets the requirement of the law and a member of the political party upon which is otherwise the next person with the highest number of votes will be declared the winner. That's the position of the law.
Can you justify being declared with 62,000 votes?
You see, the first, second votes,
yes,
based on the disqualification, will be considered a wasted vote. That is the position of the law. I didn't write the law. Okay, will be considered a wasted vote, which means that all those votes are wasted votes. That's the position of the law.
Okay.
And that is our prayer, that look at this, and we have not done anything outside the position of the law. And every vote on that election will now start from the qualified candidate downwards. On the issue of my party, I've not had any interview after the election.
Yes, there is a statement by your head of media to this effect.
Now,
yes,
the statement was referring to the claim of our leader. You understand? And which now says it's not about whether this thing it is what it is, but I'm not going to discuss that here. Excuse me.
Okay.
Hold on. But what I'm telling you here is there is only one party. PDP is one, APC is one. And that party is at the national level. Chief Body George was the one that came here on his own to say he worked for Labour Party. I didn't say that. He was the one that came on national TV to say and defend how and why. So I didn't say that. He said that on his own. And he's not the national legal advisor of our party. The party, the petition in question is a petition from the party and myself as the candidate of the party. So the party is standing by all the candidates of the party at this time of this process. So if somebody decides to do otherwise, doesn't mean the entire party is doing the same. I don't know if you understand. He's not the national chairman of the party. He's not this thing, but this is the position of the party.
So you're fine with the PDP? Your relationship with the PDP?
Absolutely. We have a good relationship with the PDP, even at the state level. Yes, of course, the APC was on rampage. During the election, they were buying everything they can buy. They were doing everything, all of that. Okay, but if you notice, just like I said, that I haven't said anything since that time. I kept my cool. And that's because all of the things that I have put together coming into this election, I have to then bring them out and decided to file my petition, look at what is the thing that we are going to be addressing, basically, and we'll put it there. So what we have now is a fact and a law. Let me tell you, people have expressed worry that, in this country where they can go and tell WAEC to do otherwise, or they can tell the court, I said, look, WAEC coming to...
My people, now the video now on a new watch finish, so on a see what it happen for inside the video. Alright, my people, I go like to end the video for you. Make una let me know waiting on a thing for the comment section, and if una never subscribe, make una subscribe to my YouTube channel so that una no go miss any latest gist way I upload. And those of una will be see una never follow my Facebook page, make una follow so that una no go see miss any latest gist way I upload. And bye bye till I come on our next time. Bye guys, see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.